Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today we're going to do a high taper for y'all. A high taper. Today we're going to be using our Coco trimmer and Coco clippers. Boom, this is what they look like. These are called the high velocity, I want to say high velocity, some. But they, we're going to call them the high V. These are new Coco clippers that I got from the event, the CT Barber Expo. They gave me these. They also gave me a blade as well. I had got a blade. They came with these. It's the other blade. I think it's called the graphite blade. So we're gonna see how these work today. And yeah, we're about to jump straight into the haircut. Obviously, the first thing you want to do with any haircut is just comb everything out. You want everything. You want to use a comb. You don't want to use a brush. You want to make sure everything's nice and lifted up off the scalp. Separating his dreads from the part that we want to cut from what's going to be, retwisted inside of his dreads. So you want to make sure you can. A trick that you can do is comb up and then place your hand right there, and everything that's not long enough to stay with this, you just comb it straight down. And we're going to get our number one guard, close the level all the way, and then we're going to start our debulking process, our foundational process, getting everything down to the same length. And you want to do this all over the hair. What I like to do, I like to start from the top where it's dreads are now separating at, which will be up here, and then start working my way down. Just like so. A high taper is more so of a straight line when setting that first ball guideline, because a high taper only goes down with the vertical balls when lining up. It only goes over and down, and that's all you have to do for the lineup, and all of this will be faded in. And then you will obviously have this back liner part as well. So with a low taper, which we will not be doing today, it will go down, you'll go over, down, and have the seek-up area, and you'll preserve all of this hair right here for a low taper or a mid taper. But today we're going to do a high taper. And we're starting off on the left side of his head first because our client does have this part right here where hair does not grow. So what you want to do is, if I was to start my line way down here, let me show you that real quick. And our level is all the way closed. If I was to start my line all the way down here, then when we start the fading process, all of this will have little pigments of hair right here, and then right here it'll still be bald. So what you want to do is you want to take it all the way up till about right there, and that's where we're going to start our high taper at. So we're going to take our Coco clippers and make that first guideline, just like that. And now we're going to take our trimmers. I heard these trimmers are supposed to be very, very good. This is my first time actually using any of these tools. And we're going to create that first guideline. Now when I start my fading process, and we're doing it more so of a moon shape or a circular shape, not too much of a circle, but like an extended circle. So we can preserve this lineup area and this lineup area in the back as well. And now you won't be able to tell that he has any type of area or any type of problem going on right here, or no hair of growth right there. So that's why you kind of want to look at your client first, cut everything down and get everything to a desired length, so you can set the foundation for your haircut and notice little things like that, so you can obviously work around them. Now we're going to match this right side with this left side, doing the same exact. We're only going to use our trimmers like this. We're not going to set in a line like this because this will create a harder line for us to, take out. On this channel, we usually set in that ball guideline with our clippers. But for this instance, we're going to use our trimmers. And these trimmers are cutting very, very good. They're cutting through everything. I'm excited to use these on the line today after I do the line prep and everything, just to see how much they really hit for real. And these are not like, these are digital gaps. So they come digital gap. Well, already zero gap or close to zero gap. And when I was there at the event, I met the Coco people. They kind of showed me like the difference between digital gap and zero gap, and it's a major difference. So, and as y'all can see, they're cutting very, very good. So once you set in that first foundation, all you want to do is open up your level all the way and go up about, I would say, a half of an inch, and start making that second guideline in the same exact shape as you did with this first one. And then you want to start the fading down process. Fading down process is really just, all it is just fading down. Starting from a higher elevation and then just working your way down, closing the lever till you get to all the way closed, which is this line right here. So we're going to start doing that. Close the lever. And it shouldn't take a long time at all. Close the lever again, move down. When you close the lever, you should never be in the same exact spot that you were just previously in. You should always be at a lower spot inside of the fade, or inside of the taper, which we're doing. Close the lever again, move down. Doesn't really take as long. This process works on any type of hair texture. And then you could just detail. And usually to take this bottom guideline out, what you will have to do is go back in with your trimmers, kind of turn them to the side, and just flick out at this bottom line. I don't really have much success with doing this when taking out this first line. That's why I always use my clippers. But the clippers wasn't cutting too close to like zero gap. I usually have my clippers zero gap, but everything is just fresh out of the box, bro. So I'm trying to give y'all a real in-depth tutorial. But usually what they do when they set it in with the trimmers, it just flick out at this bottom line using the corners of your clippers. Same thing you do when you detail darker spots with the clippers. And that line should be blended out and faded out just like that. Now, the second thing you're going to do, since we took everything down with the 1 guard, we're going to put on our 1.5 guard. Boom. If it clamps on now, hold on. These are new guards, so let me see. Alright, there we go. So this is the, let me look at everything. So it says 0.5. But this is, I call this the 1.5 guard, where it says 0.5. And we're going to do, we're going to grab our comb, and we're going to close the lever all the way. Closing the lever all the way leaves the most hairs, leaving it open leaves the most hair. And we're just going to debulk all of this area right here, going up against the grain. Very simple, very easy. And then we're going to comb everything back down. And then while we're combing everything back down, we're going to go back in and do it once more just to make sure everything is nice and at the same exact level for her. And it is. And now we're going to start our fading down process. So we're going to grab our 1 guard again. Remember, we took everything down with the 1 guard, but this time we're going to go against the grain. And for this, we're going to grab the brush. And we always start with the lever all the way open. And we're going to pick up where we left off from with our 1.5 guard, with our number 1 guard. And we're fading in the same exact shape. With this 1 guard, we're not going all the way up to its roots. We're going about halfway. And then we're going to start closing the lever. And that's going to be our continuing our fading down process. And every time you close the lever, you should never be in the same exact place. And then we're at the lever all the way close. And then now once you're there, you're going to put on, boom, our 1/2 guard. This is the smallest guard that it comes with. Lever all the way open, boom. See how when you got the lever all the way open, the blade kind of extends and this is all the way closed and the blade closes. So all the way open whenever you start with a new guard. And we're going to pick up where we left off from with our 1 guard. And that's literally, we're just fading out this one little bottom line right here. And y'all, Cocos are like one of my favorite clippers. I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time actually trying out their trimmers. But this is one of my favorite clippers ever. If y'all been on this page long enough, y'all would know that. Now we're all the way closed. And then you can just go in and detail, basically, opening up the lever halfway or closing it halfway, and just using our corners, and just slicing through all these little dark pieces of hair. And that's how you detail. That's how you break the fade down and make it more blurrier. Just slicing these big clumps of hairs into, or dividing them into, you know, if you had 4 big clumps of hairs, you're dividing it or slicing it into 2. If you had 2, you're slicing them into 1. Just as simple as like that. Like just big clusters of hairs that make the blend look uneven. You're just slicing through them, making the blend look blurrier. So that's all detailing is. And that is it right there. I will be showing y'all a different trick real quick, just to get a more, well, a nicer fade. Y'all can use this right here. And all you want to do is just go throughout the fade and comb it like so. And this is detailing the fade as well. You can use the tiger claw, which I showed in like previous videos, or the rake down technique. Some people call it that. But this gives the blend a more, it just gives it a nicer look, and it gets the hair flowing in the same exact way. Just detail a little bit more. And that is our blend right there. Now we're going to do it to the other side and the back as well. We will be showing the back. And the other side is basically the same thing. We did avoid not fading down too low on the other side because he did have the hair with no growth in that one area. And you two, we're doing the same exact thing for the back that we done done to the sides. So that's all. It's just really the same exact thing. Everything is the same, bro. We don't change no steps. We proceed accordingly, but all of our steps, like how we did for his side when we found out that the hair, you know, is I guess not present in one in a certain area. We just go around it. We just find ways to work around it, and we just you know, proceed accordingly. We do the same exact steps. We don't change it up. We don't confuse ourselves. We just do the same exact stuff, and this works for any hair texture, this method, this type of technique, this fading technique. So that's why it's so good, and people kind of gravitate towards it so much because it just works on everyone. And it's not no difficult steps. I'm not making one video and changing it all up and making y'all more to where y'all can't understand what I'm doing and stuff like that. So right now we're just taking our 1.5 guard and kind of just cutting everything down, debulking once again in our designated area. And then we're going to start our fading down process. Well, we're with the 1.5, we're already starting down with our fading down process, but we're just, that's more so of a debulking type of scenario. Now we're going to take our 1 guard and start off where we left off from what our half guard is at. 1 guard, level all the way over, go up about halfway, and just start our fading down process. Just like that. Make sure you're brushing at the same exact time. I would prefer to use the comb, but since we're at the 1 guard length, we're going to be using our brush. Just start fading down, which is closing the lever, and moving down. Close the lever. And I don't do one side, like this whole side, left side first, and then I do the right side. I do it once I close the lever and once I'm down to a designated spot within inside of my clipper or my guards. I do the whole entire taper. I don't just do one side, because that could wind up leaving y'all or leaving anybody that's doing a designated haircut with, you know, confusion and whatnot. So I do the whole entire taper with the length that I'm at in the designated spots, and then I continue to go down and continue with my fading down process. And now we're more so just attacking this bottom line right here. Then boom, put on my half guard, and I'm leaving everything in here for real, because this is kind of more so of a live haircut, and y'all get to really watch and understand what I'm thinking at the same exact time as I'm cutting the hair, because it's a lot of thought process that goes into cutting hair. Level all the way open with our half guard. This is the smallest guard in your pack, but there's a lot of process or a lot of thought thinking when doing a haircut. That's what helped me with getting better, is thinking while I'm doing the haircut at the same exact time. Most people just go in and don't really just think about what they're doing. They just continue on about the haircut. They don't really ask themselves questions why they're doing a haircut. Why is the hair laying like this? Why should I, cut the hair this way? Should I cut the hair that way? Or, different things like that. And these clippers are fading really, really, really good. As y'all can see, the blend came out very, very nice. We still got some detailing to do. But just think about the process. Think about what you're doing while you're doing it. And maybe you might correct something that you might have forgot compared to you just going in and doing a haircut. Use your brain. Use your brain, people. Don't just go in there blind. Think about what you're doing. And boom, that's the blend right there. Hold that down a little bit more for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look how nice that blend is. Nice, 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 nice blend. Really don't need no detailing, man. These clippers are very, 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 very good. Boom. Y'all should get y'all a pair. But look, we about to we about to do a line prep, sending a lineup and everything. And then we're gonna show you that process and how I proceed with that. For this process right here, we're gonna start our lineup prep, and we do want to prep the back lineup. So we're gonna take some alcohol and the cotton swab or cotton whatever this is, and we're just gonna wipe down the designated spots that we're gonna be lining up. Boom. That's all it takes. Do it on this side, and why not? We're gonna redo it on the front lineup, but why not? Why not do it on the front lineup? Boom. Throw that in the trash. Then you want to take your blow dryer. Zoom out for y'all boys. Boom. Blow dry everything. Blow dry everything on cold or cool air, like so. Do the front line up. And once that's taken care of, you want to take your holding spray, whatever holding spray that you like to use. I got this. And then we're going to blow dry everything on cold air again. And then for the front, we're not going to do the front. For the front, we're going to do the hot towel lounge and stuff like that. Well, the hot towel prep, and then we're going to put our holding spray. We're going to, if you want to see that process, I got multiple videos on that. But we're going to go straight into the haircut, the liner for the back, the liner for the front, and then, yeah, we're going to continue blowing drying this. Now after we done set in our foundation, we're going to set our line. So this is my first time using the digital gap blade with the cocoa clippers and stuff like that. I'm very excited to see what it is, because I did not zero gap these. These was already zero gap, already came zero gap. So we're going to start right here on this neck area. Create this first line right here and go all the way down. As y'all can see right now, these are very, very, these are like hidden. These are hitters. These are hitters. And you're going to take all this, remove all this excess hair that we don't want. And these are digital gaps. Digital gap. Human eyes can't even zero gap these. That's what they say. Alright, for the front line process, obviously with every client, you want to kind of distinguish what side is the weak side and what side is the strong side. That's what we talk about more so on this channel, a lot. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit. Tell me which side is the weak side, which side is the strong side. What are you thinking inside of your head? And I'm about to tell you, this is the weak side, this is the strong side. The weak side is the side that grows the least amount of hairs in like the corners or just any type of typical area, because we're dividing his face into half. Two separate halves. Well, the right side, right side, whatever you want to call it. And we're seeing which side has less hair growth, and that will be this side. So what you want to do is, because if I line up this hair first, the lineup may be way down here on the strong side, may grow a lot of hair. And if we line up this side with less hair, then the lineup would be crooked. You don't want the lineup to be looking like this, you want the lineup to be looking like this. So what we're going to do, we're going to line up this weak side, then line up the strong side, and then we'll line up the weak side, then match this strong side with the weak side. So because you can't take hair away, you can take hair away, but you cannot bring hair back. What we're going to do is, we're going to start in the middle. The middle is always our designated spot to start at. So what you're going to do, you're going to line up with his nose and then go up. And then we're going to pick a designated spot to where everything is more full at. And that will be around this area right here. All you want to do is make this middle mark right there. Like so, and I will show y'all, kind of turn them, show y'all. Boom. And then you want to work your way to the weak side. Using only, since we're working to our right side, we're only going to be using the right side of our blade. And these clippers are cutting very, very good. Take a step back, look at your client, see if you need to make any micro adjustments. If you do, you slightly angle the clipper up just to fix a designated area that, you know, because sometimes while doing a lineup, we tend to start slanting down and making the lineup uneven. So, you're going to take a step back, look at everything, see what you need to do, make your micro adjustments, go back in, and fix the problem. And then once you get to the edge right here, all you want to do is turn your client to the side, angle your clippers at a diagonal angle, and set in this vertical bar. Boom, just like that. Now we're going to take the opposite side and just connect, or the strong side, and start connecting it back to this side and making them the same exact way. Basically making the lineup symmetrical. And we're going to go back to this middle side, our starter side, and then so what we're basically going to do is go to the middle and start connecting or start working towards this left side. Only using the left side of our clipper blade. Start working over, move back, look at the lineup, make another little line, move back, look at the lineup again, go back in, take a step back. It's important that you step back, look at the lineup, and now we reached our spot. When we turn our client to the side, boom, angle our clipper or our liners, and make this vertical bar. So we're just adding our tan pencil, and we're just doing the outer line, the outer lineup. We're not putting no tan pencil on the line. We're just doing the outer lineup. That's all you need to touch. That's all you need to touch. Now we're going to add our enhancements. We're only going to do about 2 sprays of enhancements. 1, 2. And we're angling it off the card onto the lineup. 1, 2. 1, 2. Move on. 1, 2. Move on. We want it to look as natural as possible while giving it the enhanced look. And that's our goal. That's how we do on this channel. Look how clean that is. Now we're going to do the other side. 1, 2. As simple as that. Look how nice everything is. Let me turn the camera for y'all. Boom. Let me turn the client. We're going to finish up on this side. Make sure I can see everything. This last little part right here. 1, 2. You can spray some enhancements all on the blend as well, just lightly, just to make it blend in with the enhancements that you applied on the side, so it don't look like it's unnatural or anything. You want it to look as natural as possible, and that's how you get a more natural look, by spreading the enhancements also in the blend as well. You can also do that. Look at this. Now it just looks like one total blend. It doesn't look like there's a big glob of enhancements right here and a big glob of enhancements right there. That's something that y'all not gonna get on nobody else's page, guaranteed, and nobody else has taught that. You can't spread the pencil out with the trimmers that we have, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna use the razor. We don't touch after we apply the pencil. We don't touch it no more. We just use the razor to blend everything in. The razor, you do want to stretch the skin. The razor brings everything together. Look how this lineup comes together. It creates a nice crisp ash line that I want with the razor. Then we're gonna do the vertical bar right here. Boom. Look at that, creating a nice little ash mark that I want. Sometimes it's not all about the pencil. It's really about this razor. It's really most definitely about this razor. This razor makes everything come together. Alright YouTube, as y'all can see, a nice clean hot table. Boom. We're about to give them a little spin around so y'all can see everything. Hopefully I got it to a projectile right there. A nice little angle to where y'all can see everything. Alright, we're gonna get this side too as well. and the front. Boom, about to zoom in for y'all real quick. But a nice clean high table starter steps. Really anybody could achieve these steps. Really, if you just watch the video, you know, take down some notes and whatnot. But yeah, it's HYB. We're gonna do it from this side. Really like how this side looking as well. Boom. But it's HYB. If you're not handling your business, what you're doing, and we out. All right.
Benny, please don't do anything crazy.